Hey guys, well, I wasn't going to do a video this soon after opening the page, but I really decided that I wanted to do a 48-hour fast, especially after the holidays and my busy schedule during the holidays. I really kind of got off of it, at least the fasting part of it. I was still eating decently, but not as good. So to start this all off, I might as well start off with the 48-hour fasting. Now, I've never done a 48-hour fast before. I've only done a 24-hour fast, and that was kind of because I was just super busy and didn't have time to eat. So it kind of worked out. But this is meaning to do it. So I wrote it down. I started at 9 a.m. this morning. Before that, I did have a protein shake. I personally do Atkins. That's just really what I like. But there's Slim Fast. There's other ones out there that you can try as well. I like them right away in the morning, gets my day jumping and started. Mine have coffee in it, and so it really helps me out with that as well. But whatever works for you. I mean, you guys can start off with eggs, you guys can start off with whatever, fruits, whatever works for you, whatever you care. But when I fast, when I do my 16-8, honestly, I normally stop, like I said, about 5 or 6 the night before and don't start until like 11 or 12 or whatever it ended up being that I really stop the next day. So I normally don't have breakfast anyways, but I still start my day off normally with a shake, just because it's easier for me. Now, to talk to you guys a little bit about fasting, I know one person personally that have done the 48-hour fast. I am on some groups that other people have done 48-hour fast and they've done really well. Some people say, oh, you can intake so many calories, like 500 calories or something like that through your 48 hours. Some people say just only strictly do liquids like water or teas or coffee. Something, pretty easy, pretty simple. Water, no matter what you decide to do, water is key. Water is going to keep you going. Water is going to keep you going. Now, Powerade Zero, it doesn't have any calories in it, and so anything without caloric intake really is the best. So that will keep you with your electrolytes going, especially me. My job, I'm an Amazon driver, a delivery driver, so I'm constantly going. So I need that. So that definitely helps me at least. Now, since I'm going to be doing this, I'll kind of post videos here and there of how I'm doing, how I'm feeling, so you guys can kind of go through it with me and understand how you may feel, so that you don't think, oh, okay, I feel crappy, or I feel tired, or I feel something, and so I want to stop. You don't really want to do that because, of course, your body is changing. Any changes you make to your body can definitely mess it up, can do something to it, make you tired, make you a little lazier, a little whatever, but I mean, it's worth it in the end, right? Like me, I feel bloated and I feel blah from not staying on it. You definitely are going to feel that way if you get off of it. So you just want to keep it going. And I'm talking about the intermediate fasting, not necessarily the 48-hour fasting. Intermediate fasting, I'll talk about a little bit about it. Since I am doing some fasting, some type of fasting. Some people do the 48-hour fasting like a couple times a month. I've never done it, and I've been doing fasting I think since October. And so I've just personally never done that. I've only done either the 24 or the 16-8 is really the ones that I've done. And so 16-8 I've been pretty consistent with, except for recently, which is why I'm doing a 48. 16-8 is pretty easy. Really, honestly, I really just only eat twice a day. Is kind of how it works. 16-8, you do have an 8-hour window where you can eat, where you can drink, where you can do whatever you want. And then 16 hours, just nothing but really kind of like the 48-hour fast. Nothing but really like water, coffees, whatever, teas, I guess, if you like tea. I'm not a tea person, but so with the different types of intermediate fasting, like I said, the 16-8 is pretty big. A lot of people do like it. A lot of people do it. I just totally touched my screen and I have no idea what that's doing. I don't know what that's going to do. So, we'll just put that up there. The 16-8, really a lot of people do that one because it's an easy way to stay consistent, because you're still eating you still have an 8-hour eating period, but that 16 hours is crucial at that point in time. You really, when you do the 16 hours, you have to do the 16 hours. Don't think, oh, if I just munch a little bit here, if I do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, it doesn't matter. Anything you take that's anything besides water, coffee, tea at that point in time, you're done. Your fast is done. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's done. And so you have to start all over again. So just keep that in mind, because some people are like, oh, well, maybe if I just have like an apple or some grapes or something. No, it's a fast. It's a fast. You have to stay on the fast. So there's also a 24 where you fast for 20 hours, only eat for 4. That's pretty easy as well, I think. It doesn't keep people as consistent, especially the ones that I've seen in my groups or some people that I've talked to about doing intermittent fasting. That one's not as consistent. The 18-6 is just kind of weird to me. I don't really know why. I don't really know why. I've done it before because I'll be busy or something in the morning and I won't start until maybe an hour or two after my 16 hours. I don't know why, it just seems weird to me. It just does. But anyways, if that's what you like to do, fantastic. But any one that you decide to do, stay on. Don't think, oh, maybe I'll just have a little bit extra, maybe another extra hour or whatever. No, if you're going to do one, stick to it. So keep in mind which one you want to do, which one you want to try. 16-8 is really the one I recommend starting off with. You do have an 8-hour period of eating. Like I said, normally what I end up doing is I end up eating like maybe twice within that period, and then just kind of nixing the rest of it because I don't really need it, especially not now that I've gotten used to it. I really don't need it. So, but whatever works for you. Like I said, I'm going to do this 48-hour cleanse or fast. I'm a little nervous about it because I do have to work these next 2 days. And so because I'm going to be really with a 48-hour fasting, you don't really want to do a whole lot because you're going to be with no food, no anything. So any energy that you expel is not coming back to me, which it normally would at some point in time during the day, which is why I like to fast towards the end, like the middle end of the day, because that's when I'm normally working. And so that's why that fasting time works better, or that's why that eating time works better for me, and fasting is better night into day. And so also that's another thing that you really want to focus on is your fasting time period may change depending on whether you're working or you're off, and that's fine. It's just that you have to understand that when you want to switch it back up, you may be fasting for a little bit longer period of time. Like when I'm off, I try to not start eating until like 2:30 because then I can eat a little bit later, especially like when I'm having family day or something like that. We're normally snacking throughout, watching football or playing games. And so I know that my fasting period of time needs to change. And so I have to make my fasting a little bit longer, which is fine. It's not a big deal. Just keep that in mind. So then when you are going back to eating at 12, well, then you're going to need to be, conscious about when your fasting period time that you want to start on that as well. So just kind of keep that in mind. It was a little bit tricky for me when I first started because I was like, oh, I guess that's true. I guess I do need to fast a little bit differently on days that I have off. And so I am going to have to, adjust that properly. So just kind of keep that in mind. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to start it. Well, I've already started. I started at 9. So at 9 on the 5th, I'll start eating again. But also when you do this kind of big fast, you're not going to want to have a big meal after you have started eating again. You just want to start maybe with fruits or nuts or vegetables or just something small. Maybe like I like, the little packets of tuna. Like, I like the jalapeno one. That's my favorite. And so I will maybe start with a packet of that or something like that. Just something really small, because you don't want to overpower your body with just food, because you'll get cramps, you could get sick. And so just kind of keep that in mind as well. And that's not necessarily for a regular fast, especially once you start getting used to it. Once you start, I mean, when I did the 16-8, I really didn't not have a meal after that. I did have a meal. It wasn't like a bad meal. It was an actual meal. Like, I was eating, and then I would eat like probably a few hours later, and then I would be done. And so it just really depends, and it depends on your body. If your body is pretty sensitive to stuff like that, changes and stuff like that, I would introduce kind of slower. And with like the fruits and the nuts and stuff, and then, you know, kind of introduce and then have a meal at some point in time during the day. So just to kind of keep that in mind. But yep, I'll keep you guys all up to date on what's all going on with my 48-hour fast. But it's doable, and it's very beneficial. It'll stop the bloating, because I feel very bloated when I, you know, haven't been doing my fasting and stuff like that. But I just wanted to make this video more about fasting. And I know I'm going to get into keto, and I'm going to get into calorie counting and all that stuff. And I didn't really go into so much detail. I just kind of wanted to let you guys know what your options are and kind of be thinking about it. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to post some down here. Or if you're on my Facebook, my Instagram, anything like that, you can always ask me questions there as well. But that's pretty much it. But yeah, I'll post stuff and let you guys know how it's going, and let you guys know how I'm feeling. You know, if I'm feeling any differently, I'll let you guys know how long it's been going on and stuff like that, just so you guys can kind of maybe understand how it kind of goes, and that things are natural, and it's fine to feel tired, it's fine to feel hungry, it's fine to feel anything, but just kind of keep going and going. You're gonna be alive for 48 hours anyway, so you might as well do something good about it that you really want to do. So, all right, I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you guys updated. Peace out.